Just the way he carries himself on the field. He's just always held himself to a high standard, plays extremely hard, fast. So definitely a guy I want to model myself after. He's really good to the underclassmen. Myself, he's just kind of taking me under his wing and showing me what it is to work hard and how to play hard. So he's just a great example.
All the tight ends that we've talked to come through this program, whether it's Rucker, they all talk about how long it takes to really feel like you got it. Where are you at right now with that? Are you not as far along as you might have assumed you would be just to get back here and found out how tough it is?
It's kind of hard to tell. I mean, it's such a developmental position. Always had to learn two positions at once. So I think right now I'm doing all right. Not where I need to be yet, but there's a lot of uphill, so I'm just going to keep going, keep working hard every day, and just keep competing with these guys that are the best in the country to get to where I need to be.
Which of those two halves is tougher?
I came in with a run blocking system, so I feel like some of that I've already had under my belt. But now the splitting out part, receiver part, is what I really need to work on more. I mean, I need to work on moving DNs like JT and Jack out of the hole. I really need to get under their pads and play a pad level, learn how to run my feet on contact. So there's a lot of stuff in each part of the game that I'm still trying to learn and figure out.
I feel like you came in with that run blocking foundation.
Right.
Was it an eye-opener when you had to go up against JT and Jack?
Yeah, without a doubt. Just in high school, you go against guys who aren't probably as big or fast or strong. You get up here and it's the best in the country. So going against them is really, I thought, making my skills a lot better and really making me play harder.
There's a difference not only in the level of competition, like you just talked about, high school to college, but a difference in coaching too. How have you seen the coaching of that run block system evolve coming into Ohio State?
Yeah, that's a good question. So in high school, it was really more on hand placement, technique, and here Coach Wilson's main thing is just running off the ball, just full speed, like you're running a route through a guy. And that's what we do every time pre-practice, is really get that feel of running off the ball as hard as you can. So, I say that's the main difference. Is really high school, you kind of go to more like choppy steps, wide base, and here it's just run full speed through the guy and out of control.
We've seen defenses get more and more athletic, especially up front. How hard is it to seal the edge on the outside and prevent that spin in?
That's, it's really tough, but, the main thing is he's got to finish the play. So if you have a guy and he spins off of you, you really just got to straight and make sure you finish that and try to get out, stay at top. So it's a hard thing to fit, but really it depends on finishing the play.
You mentioned you came from a run blocking scheme. A lot of guys we talked to about receptions in the tight end room, and there aren't a ton. But given the background of you being a blocker, how much does that make it easier to kind of step in here as opposed to a guy like Jeremy, who was more of a receiver in high school, or G, who was a receiver here?
Right. I feel like it helps a little bit having that coming in, but at the same time, it's just a totally different ball game. I feel like I went hard in high school, but it's not compared to college. So I really have to take that to the next step and really relearn how to go hard against these guys and really be able to dominate at this level.
And you mentioned being here in spring. Did that help kind of fast track that a little bit?
I think so. No, just having that experience really helped.
And did you have your welcome to Ohio State moment on the practice field yet, where you ran into someone that you were like, this is way different, and who was it?
That's funny. I had a few of those in spring, but during camp, probably one was on Saturday of the scrimmage when I was pulling around to block Tyler Friday, and I was way too wide, and he was coming down the line and really just hit my head, and I was like, wow, he brings it. So that was probably the one where.
How did a moment like that make you instantly adapt, but then also think about big picture, I need to get X amount done?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a lot of times where you really think wow, I need to work on this, I need to work on that, but at the end of the day, you really got to rely on your coaching and your training. That's your confidence, is what you train. So really just got to keep going and really trying to make myself more complete.
You got your come to Ohio State moment, like you just said during the spring game. Just talk right now, opinion question. There's been talk about potentially turning that into a scrimmage against the Sun Belt Conference team or somebody who's not Ohio State, just an exhibition in the spring. Are you opposed to that, or do you think the squad-on-squad scrimmage has more benefit than that?
I'm open to anything, whatever make our team better, I'm open to. So whatever coaches decide.